Do you want to stop depending on the opinions of others? Then you know that the mere ability not to depend on the opinions of others is already a big step towards success.
As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Don't waste the rest of your time here worrying about what other people think, unless it affects the common good. It will keep you from doing anything truly useful. You'll be too preoccupied with what others are doing, why they are doing it, what they are saying, what they are thinking, what they are up to, and all the other things that throw you off and prevent you from focusing on your own mind." In my opinion, Marcus touches on the main issue that holds people back in life: dependence on what others think of them. So I want to explore this idea through a dialogue. In Shinjuku, when the clock strikes midnight, a small bar opens and operates for just a few hours. Few people visit, but those who do know exactly why they are there. Tonight, Himari sits alone, and after a few drinks, she has the following conversation with the bartender. B. If you depend on what other people think of you, you'll never do anything truly useful. H. What do you mean? B. If you're dependent on others' opinions, you'll never be yourself. And if life has taught me anything, it's that being yourself is the only truly useful thing you can do. H. I don't get it. How can being myself be useful? B. True usefulness comes from being who you are. Think of a tree. Its fruit and oxygen are byproducts of its existence. The same goes for us. We do useful things by being ourselves. H. But don't I always act as myself? B. You're getting stuck in words. Let's look at the tree again. Many things can prevent a tree from being itself, such as lack of sunlight, insufficient water, and strong competition. There are obstacles stopping the tree from growing. The same goes for us. Being yourself means overcoming your own obstacles. And one of the greatest obstacles is being attached to what others think of you. H. How does being attached to others' opinions stop me from being myself? B. When you're being yourself, you have to be willing to break other people's expectations. You have to be willing to disappoint them. You have to be ready for them to react negatively. But someone who depends on what others think is unwilling to take that risk, so they become who others want them to be, rather than who they truly are. H. I guess you're right. But what can I do? I depend on what people think of me to survive. B. You depend on others' opinions because you're seeking security in them. But if your relationships depend on meeting someone else's expectations, they're not real relationships. You're a prisoner to someone else's idea of you. H. That's true, but even in prison, there is some safety. B. Yes, but you're in prison. You've traded your entire life for safety. What is there left to protect? H. I guess you're right. I never thought about it that way. But no matter what I do or where I go, I'll always be dependent on what people think of me. That's how the world works, isn't it? B. If you sell water in a desert, does it matter what people think of you? If you can truly offer something valuable, their opinions don't matter. H. I guess you're right, but how do I create something valuable? B. That's like asking how a tree bears its fruit. Let me put it like this. A tree is limited by lack of water, light, and competition. When it overcomes these limitations, it becomes free, and the fruit is the natural outcome. It's not about how you create something valuable, but how you become free. When you break free of all your prisons, your fruit will come naturally. Marcus Aurelius said that caring about what others think will prevent you from doing anything truly useful. And I explored the meaning of this idea through a dialogue. The most useful thing a person can do is to be themselves. And what we truly are can never be expressed in words. Whether we think we are good, bad, an artist, or a lawyer, what we are can never be reduced to a single word. When we say, I am a wife, I am a mother, I am an artist, or I am a lawyer, we are identifying with a small fragment of our memory. We are so much more than our memories. Being yourself means overcoming your own problems, and it is precisely by overcoming these problems that we can help others with theirs. This is why true value lies in being yourself. But as long as we depend on what others think, we will always be what they want us to be, rather than who we truly are. And if we abandon ourselves, we abandon our ability to be truly useful to the world. If we abandon that ability, we lose perhaps the only true form of security. On the other hand, if we become what others want us to be, we gain the security of a prisoner, which is security in exchange for life, and that is really not security at all. But in the end, this is just my opinion and understanding of Marcus's words, not advice. Feel free to use this information however you like, and if you have a different interpretation of Marcus's words, I'd love to hear your perspective in the comments.